Hello and welcome to the video. So, in case you didn't know, this is kind of a sequel to another video I made where I ranked all attackers. But the thing is, I'm pretty terrible at this game, so they were terrible picks. I am still a certified copper, and I do think it should stay that way, cause, you know, skills aren't the greatest. But I do think this time around, it should be a little more competent who I choose, cause it has been a month. Sorry that I took so long to make this. I've been doing other stuff. Anyways, I think we can just get straight into it. Coming in at the worst operator in this entire game, we have Jaeger. I'm not sure his utility has helped me once, and until he gets ACOG, I am never using him for his gun. Honestly, Thunderbird's ability has helped me more as an attacker than a defender. Needless to say, she's more of a harm to the team than a help. The only reason anyone runs Tachanka is for his machine gun. His ability is useless. Thorn's ability takes so long to activate that you can just walk away and you should be perfectly fine. There's nothing else to really say about Solis other than she's just been nerfed so much by Usoft that she's useless. There's not much to say about Alibi, I just don't prefer her. If you're fighting multiple people with Flash, she's useless, however in team settings she can actually pull off some good stuff. If on your camera is late game with Echo and an enemy finds you, you're basically screwed. I find Oryx extremely underrated. He has an amazing gun, and he's great for anti-shield. Goyo's a solid operator with a good gun and pretty good utility. I don't know what else to say other than that. Rook is good for when you have no idea who else to play, and super good for new players so that they can actually benefit the team. I have absolutely no idea what to say about Ella. The only reason I would ever play Rooney is for DMR and her DMR only. If you can use Belusi Banshees correctly, it can be one of the best strategies in the entire game. Ever since the Kiba barrier nerf, Azami just hasn't been nearly as good as she used to be. I really like his shotgun, but I wish it smoked out a little more damage. Honestly, I do not care about Vigil's ability, just his gun, and that's it. There are some sites where Mira is overpowered and some where she's not really. As long as you're not roaming, Doc can be one of the most powerful assets of support. Even though Wamai lost ACOG, he's still a really good all-around operator for any site to play. If you're playing any basement site, then Kate is perfect for hatch denial. It's extremely easy to locate enemies as pulse, and if you have a coordinated team, then you can give tons of intel. I'll rarely ever use Scopos' utility, but her gun makes up for it. As long as you don't red ping with Mozzie's drones, a good Mozzie player can be absolutely amazing at this game. Cast walls can be used to discourage players from going one way so that you can eventually funnel them all through one doorway. People don't check every single nook and cranny for Valkyrie cams, so you can get tons of intel, and again, as long as you don't red ping. Bandit has my favorite gun in the game, and since I learned a Bandit trick, he's just been overpowered for me. Finally, here we are in the top 10. Make sure to go down in the comments and comment which spot your main got, and not how terrible my gameplay is, alright? As much as I hate this operator and the people that play him, functionality-wise, Warden's utility is fairly good for an all-around counter and mainly 1v1s. Most people think to play Maestro you just need to hide in a corner all game and just watch your cameras, but actually you can be perfectly fine just being a good teammate and shooting enemies, and that just gives your teammates 3 bulletproof cams for when they're dead to look at. At the time this video is being made, I think Legion might have the best loadout in the entire game with the D5 SMG and a super shorty. His utility also works super well for intel, which not many people use it for. For a select amount of sites in this game, having main breach open is potentially game losing. That's why Tubarão can instantly mitigate it, as well as having a DMR on defense. I'll just be straight here, nobody checks for frost mats. It instantly downs you, and it takes about 10 seconds to get back up, plus makes a very loud sound cue, so if you step in one, you're basically dead. Sound is such a huge component of this game, you can successfully rely on not peeking somewhere just because you don't hear someone's footsteps. The reason people don't like Cav that much is because you can still kind of hear her when she's sprinting. Assuming that you're walking, nobody can hear you and you can easily get some free kills. And especially if you get an interrogation late game, it's basically an instant win because you can wallbang everybody. The amount of raw counters Mute has is like so impressive. Like, at the moment I think there's 20, and I'm always finding like this new stuff about it. For example, apparently if you use a Fink boost but you're in the range of a Mute Jammer, it just like doesn't give it to you. Plus, you know, best shotgun in the entire game. I'm gonna keep it straight here, nobody checks for Kapkan traps. Assuming you're ADS, they're almost impossible to see. Even if you scan a Kapkan, no one's gonna check every single doorway and they'll eventually forget. This is the easiest way to get kills, and it works every single time. And finally, for the best defender in all of Rainbow Six, we have Fenrir. Even after the nerf they gave him, he's still brutally overpowered. Assuming you have a coordinated stack, he can give tons of intel exactly where his trap is hit, and you can kill them pretty easily since, you know, you're all blinded. Fender traps are really hard to find, and even if you shoot them, the effect still lasts long enough where someone can easily swoop in and kill you. Thank you all so much for watching. This video took so long to make. Make sure you go down to the comments and comment which place your operator got, and please make sure to leave a like.